Hey, it's your girl Jade. Welcome back to the Juice Box for our February series. Today I want to touch on a very powerful woman by the name of Billie Holiday. Now, a lot of people know Billie Holiday because she was an amazing jazz singer with a very distinct voice, but her past, how she started out and her life was very troubling. She was born, she didn't really know who her father was because her father abandoned her family. Her mom was possibly a prostitute who always left her in the care of other family members who actually did abuse her. And by the age of 14, actually at the age of 10 she was raped. By the age of 14 she became a prostitute, and it seems like her life was very troublesome. But through going all of these terrible experiences, she ended up listening to jazz, and she really connected with the music. She found herself singing in different nightclubs. A lot of people were attracted to her beautiful voice, and that's amazing. So she used her God-given talents to rise above any struggles that came to her in this life. But the road still gets a little gloomy because throughout her adulthood life, she kept dealing with different men that were controlling, abusive, that will also take advantage of her. That she, because of all these things that were going on in her life and the struggles that she dealt with when she was younger, she had drug problems and drinking problems. So she was a very haunted, troubled woman. The men that she was dealing with, they really didn't care about her well-being. In fact, they used her inner demons in order to bamboozle her out of her money. And toward the end of her life, unfortunately, she didn't have any money in the bank. She had about 7 cents, and she had cirrhosis of the liver and heart disease, and she was laying on her deathbed in a hospital in New York City, where not just that, the Federal Drug Bureau, or whoever the drug people are, they were on her back because they knew that she did drugs. So they ended up raiding her hospital room, searching her hospital room and everything in the last parts of her life. So while she was handcuffed to the bed, she pretty much died like that, handcuffed to the bed. The officer who was keeping watch over her, I guess they gave him leave to leave the room, and she died by herself, handcuffed to her bed, singing her song, Strange Fruit. She broke a lot of racial barriers with her music. She was a very talented individual, but I think her story goes to show that if you let the wrong people in your life, and it can be easy for them to bamboozle you out of your blessings, because her blessings should have been entirely hers from her talent. She created something out of nothing at all. But because of the certain men that she was dealing with, they bamboozled her out of her money. They were controlling. Because she was addicted to certain narcotics or drugs, etc., that also, I'm sure, drained some of her money. So it put her into a state where she was nothing. She was just an empty vessel at this point. And after everyone had used her up, she was by herself once again. So another great, powerful individual that was a part of our society. And the story is very painful, but I think we all can learn a lesson from this great person. You need to stick. For one, we all have situations that we need to heal from, and not just push under the rug, not just cover it up real quick. We actually need to fully recover and heal from these situations. Because if Billie Holiday actually got a chance to recover from being raped and being a prostitute and her father leaving her, maybe she wouldn't have been looking for love in these different men or these drugs or whatever other situations that she went through. So rest in peace, the beautiful Billie Holiday. Thank you for breaking down doors for many singers across the globe, not just jazz singers. And may God be with you in your spirit.